you? Good.
You fish for a living. What do you do on Sunday afternoon when you're off now? Most people like to go fishing when
My wife loves to golf, but when I go, what I play is not considered golf. I need some of your help.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
When your response is over, I'll step back up to you. I'm going to invite your family and friends to stand that are here to recognize you.
Maybe 5 minutes before I feel it's time to start, we'll kind of give you guys a 5-minute warning.
How are you, sir?
With the KY3, the
Yes, sir.
station
Very
here in
familiar.
town. How are
You guys have been there forever.
I just started a couple weeks ago, kind of new. You mind
Congratulations.
if I put that on you? Thank
No,
you.
right ahead.
Well, that would, what does it mean to return to Missouri and be elected into the state to start there, be elected to the State's Hall of Fame?
It's humbling. It's you start a career bass fishing like I had, and you just wanted to make a living. You wanted to pay your bills, and to be inducted into any Hall of Fame is just amazing. Missouri is one of the best states you could be in, just as far as bass fishing and growing up. And I've always said my favorite thing to do. You've got all these places to fish across the country, but my most favorite thing to do is go get in a stream and float a stream, and those are always in Missouri. There's not any other parts of the United States that have streams like we have right here in the Ozarks.
Tell me, what are the hot spots then?
I can't tell you the hot spots.
Okay, maybe the second best hot spot.
Stacey King and Charlie Campbell, they would lynch me over those things. How are you, Lee?
Hey, good. How are you?
Good to see you again. Good to see you again.
Clean up really well.
Once in a great while.
A boy from Pulaski
Yeah.
cleans up pretty well.
Yeah, I had to clear the dust off this thing, I promise you. I'm not. I don't dress up very often.
Everybody, just give me a little chuckle like a ha ha. Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Thank you, Marty. Marty's motivating.
Our next inductee has perhaps the coolest job on the planet, one that many of us would enjoy, that of professional fishing. Edwin Evers was not always a fisherman. In fact, he played some college football, but ultimately his life took him to the water, and should we say the rest is history. Enjoy this video about Edwin Evers.
The small town of Louisiana, Missouri, home to something special in the water.
8 pounds, 1 ounce.
More accurately, it's home to someone special on the water.
He goes out sunrise to sunset when he practices and just works his tail off, and it's shown in his performance. He's probably, if not the best angler, one of the best anglers out there in the country.
The Missouri native Edwin Evers has hooked up a 22-year professional fishing career. It's featured 16 major victories, including the Super Bowl of fishing, the 2016 Bassmaster Classic.
Yes! I can give my cameraman a high five. Golly, thank you, Lord. Amen. Golly.
Ever since Edwin came on the fishing scene several years ago, I've never seen a young man that had as much ambition, desire, and drive to be one of the best competitive anglers there ever has been, and he certainly achieved that goal.
When he wasn't winning, he was coming close. Over the years, Evers has collected 119 top 20 finishes, and he's one of just 5 fishermen to ever eclipse more than $3 million in earnings.
He thinks quick, makes good decisions, and then his physical ability is great. He's a real strong young man, so he can stand up and fish out there all day long. So he's got all the capabilities to be a wonderful fisherman.
He's just a great angler, great brand ambassador for the company. Edwin not only knows the fishing side of it, but the business side of fishing. And he's constantly asking me, how can I help you sell product, help you sell boats? How can I help Bass Pro Shop?
And in case you want to learn from the best, it's easy. Evers has more than 25,000 subscribers to his YouTube channel as he shares tips and experiences from his Hall of Fame career.
It's just been great knowing you and getting to fish with you over the years. You know, by the way, I know you've got a great pecan farm over in Oklahoma. I figured if I'd say something nice about you, maybe you would send me a few pecans. No, just kidding, Edwin. Congratulations on your success.
Hey, Edwin, congratulations on getting inducted in the Missouri Sports Hall of Fame. Well deserved, buddy.
Edwin, man, I just want to say congrats on being inducted into the Missouri Sports Hall of Fame. That's such an incredible accomplishment, and man, I'm really, really happy for you and your family. But I am still going to brag a little bit. I beat you this year and got to push you in the water, so I'm proud of that. But man, congrats, and really proud of you and your family.
In 2019, he was named the Bass Pro Tour Angler of the Year. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome one of the best bass fishermen in the country. Here is Mr. Edwin Evers.
Wow, I don't know what to say. Just super humbled to, take a childhood dream of just making a living as a bass fisherman, to being inducted into Hall of Fame, and to be able to sit next to John and Mark and all the people up here, just amazing inductees. I'm just beyond humbled and beyond blessed to be able to be up here to be here. With that said, it wasn't always easy. In my career, I just wanted to pay my bills. I just wanted to pay the next entry fee. I lived in my truck for over a year, and I kind of struggled, for a long time to make ends meet. And, it was just, that's the nature of our business. You go from tournament to tournament, state to state. And, it was... it all started right here in Missouri. As a kid, I would ask for a birthday gift, for a guided fishing trip on Lake Stockton, or, for Dad to take me to Kaplinger Mills or someplace like that right here in Missouri. It all started right here locally. But through my career, it kind of came to a really hard point in my life where I needed to go one direction or the other. And it was there that, God just said, hey, this is the path I wanted you to go. I caught the biggest stringer the next day in that tournament. It was like I came from 100th place. It was a Cinderella story all the way up to the top of the standings. And, here I am today, getting to do something that I truly, truly love to do. But, with that said, all of us standing up here, there's somebody behind us that's super important. And with me, I've been blessed with amazing sponsors. God's put some people in my path that's helped me along the way, with that being Bass Pro Shops and Johnny Moore supporting this great sport. And, I've been with those guys since the very, very beginning. Just an amazing company, amazing family. Some of them are here today with TJ and Rick, and I love those guys a bunch. And, Mercury Outboards and Opta, just lots of great sponsors. I couldn't be here without those people. And then you take in the family. I mentioned my dad and my mom. They believed in me, and they never bass fished. They saw a kid that liked to fish, and they let him go do it. And Dad said I could take that boat to college if I kept an AB average, and I paid for the storage. And I made it through it barely, but I made it through it barely. And, my family, my sisters, and then you got my kids, Cade and Kylie, just the tremendous sacrifice they've made, the time that I'm away from home. And then my wife, I just super blessed with my wife. I way outkicked my coverage. I promise you, she's just right there. She's amazing. But I just want to thank the whole Missouri Sports Hall of Fame. I want to thank Marty for how easy it was and just all his hospitality. And thank you guys a bunch. It's a true honor. Appreciate it.
Edwin Evers, enshrined as a member in recognition of your outstanding contributions in the field of professional bass fishing.